Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. Chamber Exchange, a TV show, is an opportunity for us to feature our guests and members of the Chamber who are doing great things here locally. I want to thank our sponsors who help make the show happen, St. Vincent Hospital and Bank Hometown. And want to welcome back to the show, it's been a while, Jennifer Hernandez, who is the owner and founder of Gem Marketing. Welcome.
Thank you, Tim. It's a pleasure to be here again. Always a great time with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been on before, but we've got a few new offerings and it's kind of some neat stuff that Gem Marketing is offering. But you're the owner and the founder, and maybe before we get into some of those specifics, you can just give kind of the history of the company, why you started it, and what you kind of focus on.
Yeah, well, it's an exciting time. Next year we're going to hit our 10-year mark. We've been truly focused in trying to make an impact in the community, specifically in Worcester. We've been serving small businesses and nonprofits with effective marketing solutions for that time, and we continue to evolve, and now we're trying to focus on nonprofit organizations.
Well, you used the word evolve, and that I think is really critical, right? I mean, for every business, it's really important for that business to be able to let people know what they do. That's about customers. It's about just getting the word about products, et cetera, and how people market. There's so many platforms. You know, back in the day, it was newspaper, radio, and TV. Now with the advent of social media and all these different platforms, it's more challenging, but there are also maybe some cost-effective ways that people can market that maybe the ways they couldn't in the past.
Yes, I agree. I feel like options keep growing daily, and I understand for small business owners, nonprofit leaders, it's really hard to stay abreast of everything that's new, and that's why we try to be, that marketing partner for them to help amplify their voices and mission with social media, with digital marketing, with their website. All of these things are so important to stay on top of, and consistency is key.
Yeah, and so if you're delivering a service or you're making a product, you're focused on that, right?
Right.
Providing that service to customers, making that product for customers or other businesses. You probably may not have the expertise on how to do this marketing, so that's where you come in and work with companies and assess what they're doing and how you can give them a microphone, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree. Most of the time, people are good at what they do. They bake cakes, they build houses, right? But they don't know how to make a social media post and do it consistently. So that's why we try just to meet them where they're at and let them focus on their strengths and doing what they do. And that's why they started their business. It wasn't to do the piece of marketing, right? But it is such an important piece to do to grow your business. So we just try to meet them where they're at and give them the solutions to grow.
So when you say kind of meet them where they're at, okay, I'm a business owner making the cake or making the houses, as you said. You come in and kind of assess what they have or don't have. Maybe they have a website, maybe it's 15 years old, maybe they don't have any kind of social media handles.
Right.
Ask them what they want to accomplish. What's that conversation like?
Yeah, we come in and assess their needs, try to fill the gap. Recently, we've been in the last year focusing on nonprofit organizations. So coming into their organization and looking at their assets. What are they doing currently for marketing? Do they have a website? Is it easily accessible to have like donate buttons for people to donate to their cause? Are they on social media? Do they need to be doing press releases for current campaigns that they have? So it's not a one size fits all for everyone. It's really coming in to assess where they're at, because a lot of times nonprofit organizations actually have maybe a part-time marketing person there, and we come in to try to complement them and be in a partnership to kind of fill in the gaps that they don't have the capacity to fill. Right.
And one of the things, current offerings include social media support, website design, but one of the new offerings, and you hear a lot of businesses talk about, a fractional somebody that comes in and works as their finance head, or somebody comes in and provides a fractional human resources. You do that on the marketing side.
Yeah, so that was kind of like a great evolution of GEM to being, as we become so focused in supporting the nonprofits, and as we become kind of an expert in the marketing for them, we're really understanding their needs a lot more, and their budgets are really tight, and they do not have the funds to be hiring a full-time marketing director, right, with really high salaries, So that's where we're able to come in and act like a fractional marketing director, come in part-time, be able to have that that expertise. I've been doing marketing for about 15, 20 years now, so be able to come in with that expertise that their organization needs, make strategy and execute on behalf of the organization without having that full-time, having to offer benefits and salary and all that. So giving them what they need. So we're really excited to be able to offer that.
Got it. And with that, I assume some of that analysis or sit down a conversation and finding out where that business or company is at is also who's their target audience, right? Some analysis.
Of course, always. And always, with nonprofits, it's the community they're serving, right? So being able, the most important thing right now, I'm sure that well, is storytelling, right? Being able to teach them how to tell their stories, to show the impact they're making in the communities, to increase donation, increase volunteers, increase funding.
You've also, speaking of some of the nonprofits that you're kind of working with, it's a new training you want to talk about?
Yes. So we're very excited. We have a few trainings available on the Massachusetts Workforce Express funds. We have trainings that are 100% reimbursable for nonprofit organizations. What we're focusing on to offer is to help the executive director kind of amplify their own voice, because what we've noticed is these executive directors that are running these organizations, they aren't using themselves as their biggest asset. So really trying to give a training to them to be able to build their own brand, to use their voice, speak about what matters to them, open up media opportunities, check their LinkedIn, optimize it, make connections, really get them out into the community to use them as a force to amplify that mission of the nonprofit. So yeah.
Yeah, and that, you mentioned the Mass Workforce Training Fund program. So those are dollars that state government provides so that businesses can apply to train employees, workers, right?
Yes, it's a tremendous opportunity. I think every organization is eligible for up to $15,000 of training, so they can hire you can hire an organization like me to get the training you need, and then that is reimbursable.
Yeah. And with just a minute or two we have left, you've got your 4th annual Vision Board Party. What's that all about?
I'm so excited. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's always a great hit. We started with just 8 girls many years ago, and now we've sold out. We're probably going to hit capacity of 125 attendees. And we just like to provide a space for people to be all they can be and create a vision for the future without just driving. So many business owners join us in this Vision Board Party so they're not driving with the GPS shut off, right? There's an actual roadmap to where you want to go in the new year. So we're hosting that January 18th on Mill Street. And big thank you to our sponsor, Remax Diverse. They have a location in Leominster and Worcester, and they're supporting this mission because, of course, one of the main goals on Vision Boards is home ownership. So I'm really excited that they're able to collaborate with us to make those goals possible for our attendees.
So kind of a personal and professional development opportunity. So to get information on all of the good services, the myriad of services that you provide, but also to learn about the training and the Vision Board Party, where can they go?
They can visit our website, gemmarketingsolutions.biz.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.